In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to sign your first business funding client, even if you have zero experience in the funding space. And this is the exact process that we've used to help over 100 students land their first paying clients within their first 30 to 60 days. Like Jesus, who generated $8,500 in commission in the first 30 days since running his funding company and joining the academy. This isn't going to be your basic just post on social media video. I'm going to be showing you exactly how to position yourself as a funding expert, find qualified prospects, and close your first deal so you can easily start generating anywhere from 5 to 15K per month in commissions. This video will show you the exact step-by-step process you need to follow so you never have to watch another video on getting your first funding client again. Let's get into it. Let's start with something most new brokers get completely wrong. They skip straight to prospecting, DMing random business owners, cold calling, scrambling for leads, all without building the foundation that actually makes people want to work with them. That's why 90% of new brokers fail in their first 90 days. But if you get this first step right, everything else becomes easier. Conversations, conversions, and even client referrals. First, get clear on your value. What do you actually bring to the table as a funding broker? You're not just another loan guy, you're a strategic partner. Here's how you frame that. You help business owners access funding without the red tape of traditional banks. You simplify the complex, turning confusion into clear options. You solve problems others ignore, denials, low credit scores, no doc approvals. Position yourself as a bridge between where the business owner is now and where they want to go. Next, get your knowledge locked in. You don't need to be a lending expert, but you do need to speak the language. Know the difference between traditional versus alternative lending, what lenders are looking for, basic qualifications and timelines, how to explain funding in simple forms that business owners understand. The goal is confidence, not perfection. Now, here's what most people don't do until they're desperate for credibility, but it should be done first. Start by choosing your business structure, whether it's an LLC, sole prop, S corp. Pick one that makes sense for taxes and liability. Then build your infrastructure, a professional email, a CRM, booking link, a digital contract, tools that make you look and operate like a real business. And finally, define your brand as a funding broker. What do you specialize in? Who do you help? What makes your process different? When someone lands on your page, they should instantly feel like you know your stuff. Now it's time to identify who you're helping. Define your ideal client profile. Are you targeting real estate investors, trucking companies, salon owners, or brand new startups? Here's the key. As a funding broker, you're not limited to just revenue generating businesses. If a client has good credit, let's say a 700 plus, but no financials yet, you can still help them secure up to $150,000 in 0% interest funding using business credit cards and lines of credit. That means you can work with startups, solo entrepreneurs, W2 employees transitioning into business. So you're not boxed into just cash flowing businesses. You can help a much broader audience. Look for LLCs or corps with good credit or verifiable business revenue, business bank accounts, CEOs with strong credit profiles but limited access to capital. Avoid red flags like people that want funding but don't have a game plan, clients who expect funding without providing any documentation or credit data. This clarity up front will save you time and increase your close rate. Yo, if you want help signing up your first funding client, you can click the first link in the description to register for my 100% free funding workshop. This is designed for anyone serious about launching their own funding business. And in this workshop, I'll walk you through my complete system for building a profitable funding company from the ground up. This is the step that separates those who land a client in 30 days from those who struggle for months. Let's break down your lead gen strategy. First, we have warm market. You want to start with your professional network, friends, family, or post co-workers. You'd be surprised how many know a business owner in need of capital. Next, you want to go to local networking. Attend small business events, chamber meetings, or co-working meetups. Face-to-face interaction equals faster trust. Next, you want to move down to social media outreach. Use Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn to post content and start conversations. Be human, don't pitch, just offer help. And then cold outreach. Use smart scripts and databases to reach local businesses. Focus on starting conversations, not just, are you looking for funding? And then going over to content marketing. Share tips, client stories, funding insights that make you look like the go-to expert. You don't need to go viral. You just need to be consistent and add value. Getting leads is great, but can you close? Here's how to structure the call. Start with smart opening questions like, what's the main goal you're trying to hit with your business right now? Or what's stopping you from getting there? Let them reveal the pain. Then walk them through your funding process in plain language. What type of funding they qualify for? How fast can they get funding? What can they expect step by step? Handle objections confidently in your own voice. I get it. Most people feel unsure their first time, but that's exactly why I walk you through the entire process. This one's big when you're new. Here's how to flip it. I'm backed by a network of vetted lenders and mentors. My role is to be your guide and make sure you get the right offer, not just any offer. Reference your systems, your team, your network, not just yourself. Show that you're plugged in and not flying solo. Here's where a lot of new brokers get stuck. They ask, how much should I charge? Let's simplify that. If you're doing traditional credit-based funding, like business credit cards, personal loans, or 0% interest plays, you can charge a success fee after funding is secure. Typically, 10% of the total amount approved is fair and is risk-free for the client because they only pay after they're funded. You can also use stage payments or payment plans to reduce friction if needed. But here's the kicker. If you're doing alternative lending like MCAs, equipment financing, or revenue-based lending, you don't have to charge the client anything at all. In most cases, the lender pays you directly after the deal is funded. This means no invoices to chase, no client pushback on pricing. You get paid fast, often within 5 business days after a deal is funded. Just make sure you're clear with the client. There's no out-of-pocket cost to you. I get paid directly by the lender, so my job is to get you the best offer possible. That language builds trust and makes a decision to move forward a no-brainer. Let's say you get your first client. Now what? Here's your onboarding checklist. First, you need an intake form or call to gather info. You want a document list, bank statements, IDs, applications. Set a clear timeline expectation. Communicate weekly, even if there is no update. Walk them through the process so they never feel like they're in the dark. Your lenders are your inventory. You have to build relationships. Start with bank branch managers, MCA companies, fintechs, and credit unions. Submit broker apps, follow up with reps, build trust by sending clean, qualified files. Also meet your local bankers. Some still refer clients they can't approve. If you have a client, here's how you close it clean. Review their file, match them to the right lender, submit the app, follow up with both sides, get the offer, present it, and close it, and collect your fee once funded. Keep the process tight, but be the professional in the room. Let's wrap this up with a few rookie traps to dodge. Number 1, positioning mistakes. Looking like a hustler, not a broker. Number 2, qualifying errors. Taking on leads you shouldn't have. 3, application errors, sloppy docs, incomplete files. And last but not least, poor communication, leaving your clients confused and overwhelmed through the process. So look, the information in this free training genuinely has the power to completely change your income for the better. So I hope you went through all of this, got to the end of it with a bunch of notes, and got some value from it. At this point, you have 2 options. Try and implement all of this yourself, spending the time and money, the headache of figuring out lender relationships, proper application sequencing, and all the problems you will 100% face if you're doing this for the first time. Or get help from an expert who has closed thousands of funding deals with our proven system and has solved all the problems you inevitably will face. So you can get your first client and start earning commissions right away. And if we're being honest, if you don't have your first funding client yet, then you 100% need help. That's why I want you to click the first link in the description and register for my free funding workshop. This is specifically for people who want to start their own funding business. And in the workshop, I reveal my exact 7-figure system for building a successful funding company that generates consistent monthly revenue. So if that's you, click the link below and register for the free funding workshop, and I'll see you there. Make sure to like this video so you can easily find it again. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on business funding and building your funding company, and I'll see you again soon. Peace.